Pork chop. No, he's just shifty.
Sorry.
Man, we got a pig chase going on in Tennessee. It's a great video.
Okay, do you want this one?
Excuse me,
or
Pie, what do you
this
have to
one?
say about this pig chase?
I'm sorry. The one with a thing or without?
Pork chop, come on. Hey, go. I'm just trying to get it on video. This is all good.
Wrap them in a tarp and just...
Pie, excuse me, what do you have to say about this pig chase?
Oh yeah, tarp.
I want bacon in the morning.
Whoever said that's a fucking fool. Put a rope on it. Put a rope on it.
Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, June 11th. I did not make a video yesterday on the 10th. Ended up getting suckered in to take yet another zero. And this time we were at Boots Off Hostel. And I know I've said it a couple times, but this one, again, was the best hostel stay that I have had since I've started the trail. I think more so due to the group that was with us. Just an amazing bunch of people that made this weekend even better. But got into Boots Off Hostel on Friday around 5. Ended up taking one of their little primitive cabins. It's just almost a little shed you get at Home Depot with 2 bunk beds in it, little mats and pillows in there. Spent the night, got up to do a continental breakfast, and I think everybody's on the fence about hiking, and then he said that he would cut us a deal. It was free fishing weekend here on Lake Watauga, which is in the video right now. Trail crosses right over the road, and their hostel is only 0.1 miles off the trail, and so a group of us 6 ended up staying here and renting a stand-up paddleboard and all just taking turns playing with that here on the lake. Stayed for about 4.5 hours. Everybody got sunburned and then went back, and it was one of his friends' birthday parties, so he ended up buying a bunch of food, and we had a big barbecue as well last night. So great time had by all. Can't thank the owner, I believe his name was Tim, enough for an amazing stay again at Boots Off Hostel. The goal today is to make it 16 miles. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Had a little wine last night, courtesy of the ladies from Canada, but made us make it 9 miles to the Van Deventer shelter, because I mean it's already 10:53 right now and I'm just getting started, so we will see where the afternoon takes us. I'm in no rush, but hope that everybody has a great Sunday, and I'll be walking alongside the lake most of the day, and we'll check in later with views. Peace. So the trail has been following Watauga Lake since I left. Let's see here if I can get out. The trail's been following Watauga Lake ever since I left the hostel, and pretty much it just goes all the way around it, so I want to say it's like at least 3 or 4 miles worth of trail around this around this lake. Anyways, we'll check in later. See, I love snakes, but when you're walking as fast as I am right now downhill, and one's right here on the edge of the trail. Oh, I'm a good one, bud. The markings on his back may even be a king snake. That's really cool. Thank you for your service, kind sir. Please keep it eating copperheads and rattlesnakes. Surely do appreciate it. This trail, still, after an hour, about 15 minutes of hiking, I'm still following the rim of the lake. This is really pretty. And there's been signs everywhere. The campgrounds around here and the shelters have been closed, I believe, the last 2 years due to bear activity. It just got pretty bad. And I don't think it was so much the bears, but the number of rednecks coming in here and leaving all kinds of trash. So you start doing that, bear activity picks up and it becomes a problem. So yeah, the Watauga Lake shelter, I believe, has been closed for the last 1.5 to 2 years. So yeah, you're kind of in a tough spot coming from Hampton. On how long of a day to do. Again, I highly recommend Boots Off Hostel. They were terrific. Great place to stay. Or you can push on past the Watauga Lake shelter to the Vandeventer shelter, which is 9 miles past the Boots Off Hostel, or 9 miles from Watauga Lake. Anyways, just wanted to show the snake. So, I've been hiking now for about 1.5 hours. And this is the other side of the dam. Here's the prettier side. Again, this is the Watauga Dam. Very cool. I came from up there. That's where I'll be heading. It's now 2:02. Been hiking for about 3 hours. Still above Watauga Lake. See a big old bridge in the background. Pretty neat. So here is the, sorry for my finger in the way, the Vandeventer shelter and the view behind it. Pretty cool. Got a mile, or a little less than a mile, left to the Iron Mountain shelter, and just came across pretty cool little view. minus the power lines. Anyways, not too bad of a day. Again, I think it was like 16.1 to the shelter. We actually had 3 people that I've been hiking with for a couple days. There's a section from the Watauga Lake all the way into Damascus is 42 miles, and they call it the Damascus Dash. And if you do that, it has to be done in 24 hours. So 42 miles, 24 hours. There was 3 people that set out to do that, and they left not this morning but the morning before that. Since I did stay 2 nights at that Boots Off hostel, they left at about 3:30 in the morning, and heard from them last night that they ended up stopping at 36 miles. They couldn't do any more. I don't know. My thought process on that is, even if I could do that, if my legs were under me, instead of me having to take 3 weeks off and work back up to that, if you're only 6 miles down and you've already done 36, man, you gotta push it. But whatever, we'll give them a hard time once we see them in Damascus, because I'm sure they'll be laid out for 2 days. We're trying to recover from this. Anyways, I'll check back in, back at the shelter. May show everyone that's there tonight. We'll have a good group again. I am now being surrounded by a Canadian invasion. Really great group of people. I'll check back in later.